So, hello, Freedom Maker here, welcome to another episode of Let's Play Spiritfarer. Well, according to the internet, which I had to use again because this game does not explain things very well, any type of tuna is fine, even though the picture of the tuna was not in colour for that recipe, and normally the picture goes into colour if you found the correct recipe. But, never mind. Oh, I'm just going to assume when I get back on the ship that I have the right one. Don't ruin my umbrella with your jumping and bouncing. Let's keep it clean, please. Okay, how about this? There we go. That was a quick thing. That was quick. By the 11 stars! I knew you would come. The chosen one, really? The Spiritfarer. Oh yes, I suppose I am. A mere glimpse of your white sail on the horizon, gleaming with hope and virtue, sufficient to brighten my soul. A simple glance at your glorious galleon made my heart race in awe. Praise be Halor. You're here, Commander. One can only bow in front of your lustrous presence. Okay. I am back, your humble servant and narrator. My modest presence on your august vessel will guide your footsteps on the path to glory. Oh, may the radiant fate bless your hat forever. This is a grand day. The joy that's overwhelming me is as tall as Mount Faradros. Vast as a great sea. To the vessel. Yeah, we've already got one guy who, uses 20 words where one word would do. And also we need a second one. Okay. Alright. Okay. Is there anything else here? I assume he went down. Because, well, where else could he have gone? Let's all sit on the bench for a minute. So yes, I'm just going to have to hope that I have the right type of tuna, because I'm not really sure what else there is. It's just started to torrential downpour outside. Which isn't great. Anyway, you don't need to worry about that. You're not watching this while I'm recording it. Over here! Yes, hello. Words can't aptly describe the immensity of my joy, Commander, at the idea of my humble presence here on this very deck. But also as I gaze into stars and patiently wait for future events to unfold. Commander, the duty of noise rests heavily on my frail shoulders. I must inform you of your mission. Laid ahead of us by the tortuous vicissitudes of fate itself, your task is of the utmost importance. With your power, the cruel and terrible Lich God, Gor Nemloth, can be finally defeated. Make a fear check. 15. You sense a cold shiver slithering down your spine. Your courage jumps forth and your mind stays clear and untroubled at the sound of this name. Gor Nemloth wants to conquer the sun itself. He conspires to steal the light itself. You must stop him at once. Only your powers can seal the world from this unholy plot. I'm not sure whether this person is correct or insane. I don't know. The bulwark of the stars make the sky whole once more. But, before we delve further into treacherous plans of the Lich God, some preparations are in order. I mean, these are, from my own knowledge of playing Dungeons and Dragons, he is using Dungeons and Dragons terminology here, like, make a fear check. I mean, it won't actually be a fear check, but, because there's no such thing on D&D. but certainly there would be a check that you would have to do. And 15 isn't bad, actually. A wall of 15 isn't bad. The humble narrator here needs literally something before we venture forth on our grand journey. In the shadowy alleys of Edgeborough Lane lies an emporium of great interest. A bazaar whose gilded cabinets harbour artifacts of epic value and great rarity. Its owner, an eccentric shopkeeper, is in equal parts shoddy and unscrupulous. This scoundrel has got in his possession a unique score I covet. On his magic score is written in great detail how to erect a very special mage power. Yeah, he's playing Dungeons and Dragons with us. A lair of infinite wonders. Only a score will allow you to build it, so I, your modest chronicler, can set my quarters in it. Onward. Let's set forth towards the wretched shores of the Emerald City. Edgeborough Lane is kinda green after all. Yes. Sure? I may as well. I'm going to have to do it tomorrow morning. But yes. Fair enough. First we're going to have to, since we don't want this to take about an hour, we'll need to go to the bus stop for this thing. I do want to sell off a couple of things. But, good morning indeed. But, let us have a look at this tree. Because once we've got savoury vegetables, I don't know which one's the olive tree. I think we can actually go ahead and finish making this food. I ideally hope so. Anyway. Yo! I mean, what other types of tuna are there, honestly? Oh, look, okay, food, right. Well, I can't really give... I assume you don't want bird food? This is not, strictly speaking, food. Oh, wait, no, I suppose it isn't. I'm gonna sell some burnt food to you. Which I know isn't great of me, but you can't really throw out stuff on this game. So I need to sell you something. Maybe someone out there wants it. Well, I suppose that means that it is entirely possible to leave food in there for too long. It just hasn't happened to me yet. So alright, we're gonna have to make some more food here. Man, it does get annoying after a while making food. Honestly. Let's make some coffee first. Are we referring to the food of the smell of coffee? Hello. My sincerest apologies for pestering you with such mundane requirements, Commander, but your humble servant feels the need for sustenance. I gladly accept the smallest of scraps from your magnificent cooking skills. Anything, really. Okay. Coffee. Humble thanks, Commander. This sustenance is right on time. My anger was reaching level 1. Yeah, he's a D&D player. That's fine. You know? Wow. Right. I don't believe this is a clayfish. I could be wrong. Fish with some lettuce. Why not? 2 ingredients. Hopefully someone will want it. Right. Edgeborough. Alright, that was Edgeborough. Here, I guess. Yes, soon, my friend, soon. I don't know why I called you my friend, it might not be that soon. But eventually you will have food. Okay, yes. You wanted what? Yes, that would make sense. I'm going to make two... Well, yeah, I'm going to wait for this food to be ready, and then I will make a second food stuff, and then I will give this food to you. Then I will finally be able to make Tika... What's his face? Tuna. Tika Tuna? Tuna Tika? I don't know. Stuff. I knitted this for you earlier. It should keep you nice and warm if the weather takes a turn for the worse. Oh, that is actually very helpful. Thank you. If it's not to one of your likings, I think it'll be to the other one of your likings. So, frankly, not a lot of stuff is stuff that you like. Well, what the freak's a crayfish then, you stupid... What the heck is a crayfish? Is it just all fish? Is it some fish? I don't know what type of fish you're talking about. You could just say, I don't like fish, or if you want to get food from me for free, you could tell me what sodding fish you like. Fine, bacon and eggs. I know you like bacon eggs. I've given you bacon eggs before, so you must like it. Honestly, you are such a jerk. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to shout. Hopefully this won't get burnt while I'm looking for the Emporium. I don't remember where all of the other places where you could bounce are. Were you talking about this place? No, I guess not. Which place were you talking about here? Blueprint for Buck's room. Okay. Do you have the blueprint for Buck's room? Yes, you do. It is a world of wonders about you. Is that in the archive we need to build? I don't think there were any bouncy places here. Food's probably ready. No, not quite batch. Perfect! Yes! I can feel its venerable magic flowing through my nostrils. Yeah, it's going to take me a little while to build. Its perfume possesses the distinctive aromas of lilac and elderberries. Look at it! Cryptic runes, silvery ornaments. Without the shadow of a doubt, the score was written in the ancient language of Nagadan. Make a knowledge roll. 18. Fantastic! Yeah, 18's not a bad score. Your success indicates you can read Old Nagadian proficiently. Commander, lay aside the guided by its enchanted instructions. Once the house is built, I can finally read the rest of the scenario. Once the lair is erected, I will rest at last, and I will have the power to pierce through the ethereal veil and communicate with the elemental powers. My humble fate lies in your hands, Commander. Yeah, sure, I'll make your house. What stuff do we need for making this thing? There is bound to be a lot of stuff. Pine, grass. Okay, we have enough slate. Pine. I'm not sure where to get pine from. Oh, I don't know if we already have it or not, but let's start off with some pine and take the rest from there. Now, do I have pine? No, I don't have pine. So, we're going to go and search for some pine trees. If we can find them. There might not actually be anywhere where there are pine trees. I don't know. I don't believe there's anywhere right now where we can get pine from. So instead, we are going to make the archive. Alright, got enough ash. 5 more linen. Yeah, 5 more linen. That should be fine. There we go. Don't know what keeping fowls in there, presumably. Hello. Not bad. This looks great. This reminds me a bit of my late husband David's classroom. Obviously you've never met him, but you know he is a high school teacher. You already knew that. The room, it's just very similar. You should go inside and take a peek. Maybe see if the projector still works. Okay. Okay, I don't have any films right now. Oh, nothing to show? We could try this. It was in my husband's work things. Maybe it will work. Okay. Okay, it's maths. Oh, wow. David was a maths teacher. He taught at Chelsea High for 20 years. We met on a blind date. A new batch was snatched up quickly in a small town. My friend, Pauline, matched us up. She was the school secretary. That school would have been in shambles without her. She was the first to see him and called me the second who was out for the sight. Bev, I just met the love of your life. How about that? She was right, to a point. I was the love of his life. He was gone too quickly to be the love of mine. I never met anyone as special as him. Had a warmth that I was never able to find again. Well, what are we looking at? It must be a formula or something. I've never been that great at math. No, neither am I. There might be a way to solve this. I'm just suck too much at this subject to be able to solve it. My brain gets confused with numbers. I have that in common with... She told me that she isn't great with... I'm just tired. I can feel it in my bones. Don't ever get old, Stella. It won't suit you. Okay, I really don't know how to solve that. I mean, it's probably the coordinates somewhere. I just don't know how to work it out. But perhaps there will be other clues at some point. Or perhaps it is the coordinates somewhere and the game works it out for you and puts it on the map. That would be nice. I'm going to have a quick look to see if some coordinates somewhere helpful has suddenly appeared. No, I don't think so. I think whatever it means, we do not know what it means. But I really, really hope that... No, I still need savoury vegetables. I don't know where to go now. So the silk we can get, the other thing we can't. So what's going on? Oh yeah, lobster roll. Well, I might as well do that. What was the recipe? Flour. You know what? I'm just gonna put some corn flour in and see what comes out. At the absolute minimum, if you can eat lobster, then presumably lobster is not a crayfish. Whatever the freak a crayfish is. I wonder if it tells you on the map which things have bouncy things. Probably not. I honestly don't know. Might as well keep on working on stuff while I'm here. So I guess we'll move on to adding another thing, another improvement to Mickey's house. Clear glass sheet. And about to say clear glass sheet. Oh. Sure. There we go. Great. I won't. In fact, I'm going to make this in a second. Alright, lobster roll. If I can find where Mickey is, this would make him happy. Yes, I will get to you in a second. And you. I will get to so many people. Scout. Yo. Really? You want to know all the various things that I want? Because I can tell you the various things that I want, if you'd like. Oh, you took your sweet time. Wait, what's this? There's fish in the lobster roll. Mickey can't eat that. He's allergic. He might be starving, but we ain't eating this. Mickey won't eat something that might kill him, Scout. He wants something a little more traditional. None of that fancy garbage. You know what? There was this place in Woodbridge. They had an amazing slogan. What was it? It doesn't matter. They had the absolute best fried chicken. So, bring in some fried chicken. Don't just wait around and go, fried chicken, okay. Hopefully there's someone here who likes lobster roll. 3p, I do enjoy being on this boat. I've been wondering, would it be possible to build me a house? You remember, the kids and David and I lived on a farm? We had neighbours all around. We had dogs and goats. It was a cosy little farmhouse. It wasn't much, but it was ours. Isn't there a house behind you? What am I saying? You've already done that for me. Yeah, your memory doesn't seem to be that great. I mean, no offence, but it really doesn't. I was just testing you. See if you're quick on your feet. As I can see, you're still sharp. Which reminds me that I need to get my kitchen knife sharpened. That's just something my childhood friend Darryl didn't do. He was cutting vegetables one day and just like that, the blade bent, broke and shattered all over the place, mostly in his face. He had bandages on his face from all the cuts. His wife, Hannah, left him, not because of the cuts, but because he had a secret family 2 towns over. That just goes to show you can't trust a man who doesn't sharpen his knives. Well, I guess I'll go home. Yeah, I am doing it. I'm doing it now. I am doing it now. Just let me shear the sheep. Alright. We finally have... No, we don't. Alright, I'm not quite doing it now. But I am doing it at some point. Was there anyone else who wanted me? Stella! This is quite the vessel. At this point is a sensory sailing village, a real community. Do you remember Dana? The Vargo with beautiful long red hair. You know, Dana. She went to the desert with some friends. They all followed this man with a long robe and silky hair around. They called him Jimmy Jim, which always sounded odd to me. Was Jimmy a diminutive of James? Was Jim his last name? It just didn't really roll off the tongue. You'd think a cult leader would be better at coming up with names. Dane kept telling me they were looking for some kind of new water, that water in cities was too tainted, full of city sweat and bad omens, that they needed to find a better, cleaner source of water in the desert. Yeah, I would have thought that the desert is the worst place to find water, really. So he kept, sorry, missed that one, telling me this new water would heal everything. Then that their new community would be beautiful, everyone in harmony with each other and with nature. Well, it didn't take long for everyone to be dehydrated. The well they dug lasted a few weeks and everyone started fighting over the water. I guess I'm just saying that I know you're busy. You've got things to tend to, people to see, places to be. I don't want to be a bother, but I'll just have to be. I've been thinking about a way to repay you for all that running around. I think I've got a pretty good idea, but I need your help for the final touch. I was talking to one of the people on the boat. I'm so bad with names. Well, new names. I can't seem to remember your passengers. It must be all the comings and goings. Well, they're saying sometimes the boat goes through a swarm of fireflies. Their bellies are sometimes filled with fireglow seeds. Well, look at that. You've already got some fireglow. No need for all that trouble then. Some beautiful, perfectly spicy fireglow. Oh, what the heck. I can't keep it a secret for much longer. Do you remember when you first moved into the building? I'd been there for years. I saw the house a few months after David died. The kids were heartbroken at first. Ugh, so much dialogue to read. They were never there. They just wanted their old rooms to stay perfectly intact, I suppose. Well, back to you. Your foot broke on the first day. Poor thing. I can tell you about and couldn't afford to take out. Do you remember what happened? I'm gonna say no. That's too bad. I made you soup. Not just any soup. My favourite soup in the whole wide world. It was laksa. It was the first thing I ate when I moved to the big city alone. I'd moved here to be closer to my sister. It was quite the trip. Took a few days. Well, when I got here, my neighbour, Anya from 32B, invited me to dinner. Neighbours were friendlier back then. She served laksa. I've never tried it before, but I instantly fell in love. For a year straight, I must have invited myself to dinner at least once a week. Are you going to get to the point? I mean, I'm sorry, but this is a lot of dialogue. I'm sure your anecdote is fascinating, but I've read so much dialogue in this episode. Are you getting to the point where you're giving Stella something nice at some point in the future? Hopefully I didn't overstay my outcome. Her family was so nice. In any case, spicy food became the ultimate friendship test. If you can stomach it, then you can stomach me. And you pass with flying colours. I can't help you with your frizz, but I could keep you fed. My gift to you is Anya's family recipe. I can't recreate it anymore. Well, that's not true. I just believe that my eyes have done enough cooking for a lifetime. It's time to let someone else take the reins. If you cook at laksa, maybe we can chat. You just have to put fargo and that delicious powder of grain. Sorry about that, must have slipped my mind. You'll have to figure it out, I suppose. If I had laksa in front of me, I would remember. Wouldn't that be lovely? Okay, so, this episode has been going on for long enough. I feel I've made up for a few shorter episodes recently, so I'm going to end the episode there. I will see you next time.